Hey, sinners, how you doing? Sean here from Sinful Cuts. This is not how I do the intro. It's been so long since we've done shortcuts. I forgot what I'm doing, Shannon.
I know it has been a couple weeks since we've done a shortcuts. We've been so busy, so it's all good things.
So I'm
But yeah,
Sean, and that's
Shannon.
and we're Sinful Cuts, and this is our shortcuts episode, which is suspiciously getting longer.
I know. We'll try to keep it short and sweet. But I was looking at the email that you sent me. This is volume 20.
This is volume 20.
Holy hell!
Yeah, and just to tell the sinners what's been going on. Shannon and I have been getting a lot of great feedback about the shortcuts episodes that you really like them. Specifically, you like hearing the news that is the horror news is percolating, and we're gonna keep doing that. We're gonna expand on that a little bit.
Hmm.
We're gonna shorten some stuff, like we were doing streaming, but we're actually going to flip that over into like a currently what we're currently watching, which is going to be
Hmm.
on streaming for the most part. So
Yeah,
it'll incorporate that. But we'll do our books, our movies, and our news, and yeah, we'll have some fun with it.
yeah, for sure.
But we always start with
Anniversaries.
yay!
So
Oh
this one,
wait, because it's sinners. It's Easter. We're recording on Easter, so
yeah.
Shannon and I grew up Catholic, but I want to point this out. I'm wearing my Dracula died for your sins T-shirt because what history has shown us, if anything, is that religious people have an incredibly great sense of humor about their faith. So
Yes.
I'm expecting a
I
lot of
I
great
got
feedback.
I got my spring wear on, my little bunny necklace. So
Nice.
yeah, I'm a little more.
Very
I
nice.
don't
Just
even know if that's traditional, but whatever. I don't know. Here I am.
send all your hate mail to me. So go ahead. Come
So
on. What do we got first?
all right. So this one is really exciting. So I have two movies, and I'm so excited to share this because not only are they like they have very similar titles, but they have very similar themes, and they're about 40 years apart.
All right, give
So
me the
the
year for the first one. Wait, don't tell me what. Give me the year for the first one.
1964, so celebrating 60 years.
And they're similar. And then so 64. So that's 2004 for the
Mhm.
second one.
Mhm.
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
know. Yeah.
All right, all right. I'm horrible at this game.
I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I don't know. Okay, so
64.
1964, this one's called The Strangler. Now, there's a lot of movies with very similar titles, if you will. So this one again, 1964. This one was starring Victor Buono. It was based on the Boston Strangler, Albert DeSalvo.
Okay.
So it was based on a true crime. He was known for killing 13 women in Boston in the 1960s. So after he was caught, they made it pretty soon after this. They
Okay.
changed his name. I think his name in the movie was Leo Kroll. But I'm pretty sure it's streaming on Tubi, so I'm actually excited. I never actually saw it. I watched a trailer for it, and it actually looks really chilling. I mean, black and white, 1960s. You know the vibe. So
It's got a
I love that
reputation
stuff.
for sure. I think I
Yeah.
know Victor Buono. Victor Buono.
Hmm.
I think he was a Batman villain from the Adam West TV show. I think that's how what I know him from because his
Okay.
face is very distinctive. He almost has
Yeah.
like a man baby face. Sorry,
Yeah.
Victor.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You
No,
know,
he definitely could have played like a penguin or something. Like I could kind of see that.
I,
Or just a villain. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
this is gonna bug me. I'm pretty sure I know him from that. But anyway, okay. So awesome deep cut, The Strangler from '64. All right. So then this is similar to something that comes out in 2020
Two, yeah,
2004.
2004. Yep, that's
I
it.
can't say years.
That's the one.
Can't say years. I'm finding out on this show that I might be dyslexic. Finding out in real time. Oh my goodness. Okay. 2004, and it's related to a strangler. 2000. I have no idea. What is it?
So this one, it's called, and I made sure I double checked because I know the story as well, and it does kind of reflect what actually the true events that happened. But this one is called The Hillside Strangler. Came out in 2004.
Who was in it?
So this starred C. Thomas Howell and Nicholas Turturro. I think that's how you
I
say it.
I got
Uh,
news for you. This one is Never,
I was,
never even heard of it.
yeah. I'm wondering if it was not really foreign, but it definitely looks a little low budget, maybe a straight to TV type of movie.
Okay.
I'm not too sure exactly, but it didn't look like it got a lot of marketing because I don't know. I came across it and I was like, this is a thing, and
All right.
apparently it is. But
Like a
this is
little.
obviously yeah, but this was obviously about the Hillside Stranglers. So these were two dipshit cousins that killed 10 women in the 1980s Los Angeles area.
Oh,
And the true story is absolutely horrific. So again, but it does reflect as close to what happened actually. It's at least from what I got from the trailer. And they like so it's I don't know why it's the Hillside Strangler. It's there were two.
huh.
So they're yeah, so it's based on the Hillside Stranglers plural. But
Like, okay.
either way, like I said, the way I divvy up my anniversaries is like I go, doing it for the last like 5 years, posting on my social media, and I have to filter it somehow because there's just so much movies. So I do like the milestone. I start with 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Like so. I just found it so weird that in the same week, a
Wait,
span of like that they just fell like on my list as is. I was
Shannon,
like, oh, that's kind of weird.
team timeout. I don't want to let this moment slip by. Team timeout. So, Sinners, if you are not following Shannon, but Shannon, I just wanted I need your help here. Which Instagram are the true crime posts on? Because they're incredible.
So they're my personal. That's Shannon Von at Shannon Von Bushman. Bushman, Bushmannon.
They're
No, I'm sorry.
so
Wait,
good, Sinners.
I spelled my first name and my last name at the same time.
We're both finding out we're dyslexic on the podcast of this episode. And by Sinners, we're not making fun of dyslexia. This could be true. All right. Just
Yeah.
okay, so I want all the sinners to follow you on your personal because those true crime I love because I don't follow true crime, so I wait for you to post and I'm like, no way, no way.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they're
The one I got coming out this week is fucking gnarly.
oof. All
But
right, that's a good tease.
I won't spoil for that. Yeah.
All right, and
But
then this is no smoke being blown, sinners. What Shannon does with these posts, they are so thorough, they're so gripping. You do such a great job on them. I love them. I
thanks.
absolutely love them. So
Thank
okay,
you.
so I love that you picked two wacko movies with a true crime bent. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
So is
So
it just those two, right?
that's it. Yeah, just those two.
All right, let's talk movies. Let's roll over into movies now. So
Sure.
and then movies. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. We're talk about movies because you saw Late Night with the Devil and I saw
Yeah.
Immaculate, and so those are the two smaller. I want to, let's call them what they are. They're the smaller indie films. We've got, David Dasmalchian's Late Night with the Devil. So why don't no spoilers, no spoiling, no
Mm-mm.
spoiling. Um,
Nope.
why don't you tell us a little bit about that, and then I'll tell the sinners a little bit about Immaculate.
So yeah, so Late Night with the Devil. Okay, just try not to slip here.
Yeah, don't you dare.
So I know. Okay, so I'll definitely start off with. I mean, definitely go see it. It was awesome seeing it on a big screen. I think it'll work on a smaller screen as well. For those that prefer to wait, so don't like to go to the movie settings. I understand.
Yeah.
But it was really cool. It's definitely geared to an audience. It was unique in that fashion. That it made you feel like a little bit like it made you feel part of the story of what was happening, and it's set in the 70s, I believe.
Yeah, yeah.
Like late 70s, early 80s, and it just like it looked like a 70s film. Like it had that graininess to it. So it just brought me back, and like the decor and the background. Do you remember like all those miscolored like rainbows, like four colored rainbows,
Yeah.
whether they were brown or like a little but they were like more like muted in color. Ah, they're like all over the place, and I am here for it.
You know what? Yeah, we might
But it
have
was
to
creepy
incorporate
as
that into
shit too.
some of our branding at some point because that 70s color scheme is
Hmm.
just it's so wacky and wonderful. Yeah, love
Yeah.
that.
It's-
And I mean, we're talking about David Dastmalchian. He is good in everything he does, and sometimes he's actually the best part of what he does. Like for me, he was the best part in The Boogeyman that
mhm.
came out last year. He just has his presence. He just draws you in. and yeah, he's phenomenal. So I'm gonna go see that this week because no spoiling, but I will let all our sinners know that we're doing a team up with Macabre Daily. We are going to record next Monday, and then that episode, that's the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. I can do math. We're going to post that episode on the 11th, and we're going to talk about Late Night with the Devil because we've all
Yeah.
seen it. So yeah, and we'll let everybody know in the beginning that we're going to spoil the hell out of that movie. So
Yes. Yeah, I was just gonna say, I'm sure we'll talk a little bit more in depth about it. So please go see it, and then we'll do a little discussion on it. I might do like a little post just to give a little review on my personal page.
Sue,
If I have the time to type it up because I-
I just I just shouted out Sue. I meant sweet, but mouth. So
yes.
Sue.
So-
Sue.
maybe that'll be the new word. But yes, the little non-spoiler post I'll try to make if I can. I'll probably type up something really quick. But yeah, that episode will definitely spoil the hell out of it. So definitely go watch it, sinners, for sure.
There's not a chance in hell that you're doing that tonight, and I'll tell you why.
No.
Because I follow your mom on Instagram, and I saw what she was cooking for Easter, and
Oh
you're going to be in
yeah.
a coma later, a straight
Oh
up
yeah.
coma.
I cannot wait. I'm so excited. I love
I,
food.
at the danger of making this incredibly weird and awkward, and I don't mean it this way, I was licking my phone when your mom posted what she's cooking. So tell your mom I apologize. I'll behave. So I saw Immaculate, and this is a nasty, nasty little film, and I mean that as a highest compliment. Again, no spoilers at all. Sydney Sweeney is incredible in this. She carries the movie. It is shot on location in Italy. It's gorgeous. The film, I don't want to discount what the director has done because he makes the film his own style, pacing. Everything works beautifully in this movie. But I was reminded so much of Osgood Perkins, and that
Okay,
alone is an incredibly high compliment. I could not
for
help
sure.
watching this. Yeah, I couldn't help watching this movie, and just waves of Black Coat's Daughter were just rolling over me.
Nice.
The movies
We
are
know how much.
complete.
Yeah, we love that movie too. Yeah.
Yeah, the movies are completely different, even though they share a similar theme, but they're
Mhm.
completely different in their own right. But they just have, I guess what I'm trying to say is they have their own unique sense of style, which is incredibly, it's just laced with dread, which I love. And it just increases as the movie goes along. And, Immaculate is one, I'm gonna feel confident to insert it into that subcategory of daylight horror.
Okay.
There's certainly a lot of scenes that take place at night, but for the most part, this fits comfortably into daylight horror, which I really really enjoy. So, incredibly enthusiastic thumbs up. Don't sue us, RogerEbert.com. But an incredibly enthusiastic. I don't know what to do with my thumbs now.
I'm all thumbs today.
Yeah, okay, just go see it. It's good. All right. Um, okay, so those are our indie movies, and those are our real heavy hitters and very good movies. Now I want to mention the other two movies that are in theaters, and I just want to kind of like put a little asterisk next to it. We have Godzilla, and I still don't know how to say this, times Kong, which equals another. I don't know, Godzilla and Kong. What is the X? It's giving me
Oh
anxiety.
no.
I don't
Is
know
it
what,
is it algebra?
which is giving me a lot of anxiety.
I fucking hate algebra. I hate math. I hate it.
You and I
Always
specifically
have.
started this podcast with the expectation that there would be no math, and now there's math. So anyway, Godzilla with Kong. Um, Look, that's in theaters, and it's making an obscene amount of money. And you know what? Great, great. When I went to see Immaculate, the theater was full full of kids and excited parents that were taking their kids to go see Godzilla and King Kong movie. The reason I'm bringing it up is because this also incorporates the new Ghostbusters movie, and
Mm.
I wanted to get your opinion, Shannon, because I feel like we really try not to put any the boots to the movies. A lot of dedicated people work on them no matter how they turn out. There's a lot of, sweat equity that goes into every movie that's been made. And we try not to, be like, this fucking sucks. And there's enough of that online. So
Mm,
I wanted to get your opinion on, are these movies like critique proof? Because they're not for us. I mean, we're older now. We grew up with variations of these two movies that were the original or originals.
mhm.
And we have the appreciation for that. Like, this is for a completely younger generation, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Online, it's just like a minefield of F this movie and F that movie. And, okay, look, you're entitled to your opinion. No one's saying no. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, but like, I don't know. I don't see like the value of just like, like when Emily Hughes posts something and I open the window and I'm like, everyone hear my words. you know,
Like
what is the
Scrooge.
value? Yeah, what is the value of opening up the window and being like, this isn't Godzilla -1. Fuck this. Like, you already had Godzilla -1. Why can't you be happy with that? Why you got to shit on some 13-year-old kid's Godzilla? It's not for you. It's not fucking for you.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know why
fine.
I'm getting so upset.
No, that's okay. I think I actually I didn't really pay attention to any of the feedback on either of those movies. I know I was excited to see Ghostbusters when I think last year when it came out.
Hmm.
So I mean I was intrigued to see the sequel. Not over, Late Night with the Devil. That took obviously, precedent
Yeah.
very quickly to me. So I'll probably wait for that. But I do know I did go to the movies to see the other one, and I enjoyed it. The nostalgia was there. I did have an assumption that the second time around, probably the nostalgia wouldn't be there as much. It wouldn't be as prominent. It would probably start gearing more towards the modern society, aka the children and maybe their parents. It was just something I accepted, I think, immediately. But it still looked like a fun movie to me. Godzilla versus and whatever it is, Godzilla times Kong, I
I know,
guess.
right? You thank God that you are confused too.
um, I don't know. Like I saw the trailer and I was like, eh.
I just feel like these movies are they're made for the lunch table, and we don't sit at a lunch table anymore. It's for
No.
12, 13, 14 year olds to sit at a lunch table and say, oh man, remember when King Kong had that glove and he hit the other guy and that guy went through 5 buildings and that was fucking rad. Do kids say
Yeah,
rad? I don't know.
and
I
I
do.
don't know.
But
Don't they say boss?
you know, I, yeah, it was groovy. It was, it was the bee's knees. No, it's probably like, they're like, it's picky, picky, picky.
I have no idea what children. I don't speak child.
I honestly want to strangle myself right now. Anyway, yeah. So I just see so much time and effort being put into what's really just movies that just aren't for us. Like, look, you want to come at us on Immaculate or Late Night with the Devil. Like, these are movies in a different, like, it's a different category. You want to
Mhm.
come at us on that? Sure. Like, we'll mix it up all day. But it's like I was bitching and moaning years ago about the Transformer movies until I realized that I was talking about movies based on fucking toys, and I was the asshole. I was the problem, And I'm like, oh yeah, oh, I'm an idiot. It's like that wasn't a good Scooby Doo episode because it's so unrealistic. It's
Yeah.
so stupid. So anyway, all right, all right, ready, Shannon? It's me getting off my soapbox.
Yes. There you go.
Back on the ground. Okay, we'll pivot to books really quickly. I only have two.
Okay.
Um, so and let me get my wife's beautiful blonde hair out of my eyes. Okay, so well, what am I doing without singing the song? Emily Hughes, I steal all your stuff, but you said it's okay because now we're best friends. I hope. Please, please no take backs. Okay, so we have okay, so oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so we have the new Stephen Graham Jones. I was just about to call it a movie. Book came out, The Angel of Indian Lake. Okay, so that releases March 26th. And which has already passed. And the final installment in the most lauded trilogy in the history of horror novels picks up 4 years after Don't Fear the Reaper, as Jade returns to Proof Rock, Idaho, to build a life after the years of sacrifice, only to find the Lake Witch is waiting for her in the New York Times bestselling author Stephen Graham Jones' finale. Ah! Stephen Graham Jones, possibly he fights it out with Jonathan Jans as who's the most handsome man in horror literature. But it's very exciting that this is coming out, and I'm so excited for him. And he is just an incredible author, and seems like an all-around super awesome dude as well. And then the next one we have, this one's for you, Shannon. This one's for you because I thought of you when I was writing this down. This is the Monsters We Have Made. Okay, so check this out. You got to wait till the end, and then I'll let you know why I was thinking of you. So this is by Lindsay Stark, and this came out on the 26th from Vintage. A poignant and evocative novel that explores the bounds of familial love, the high stakes of parenthood, and a tenuous divide between fiction and reality. Both literary and suspenseful, Monsters We Have Made confronts the terrors of parenthood and examines the boundaries of love. Most importantly, it reminds us of the power of stories to shape our lives. Now, the reason I thought of you was because this involves a group of teens who create almost like a Slender Man.
Okay.
And then one of them, I believe, gets killed, and then the other one in adulthood has to come back because stuff is happening again. So that whole Slender Man kind of not true crime-esque, but urban folklore.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, this could be right up Shannon's alley. So I wanted to put that on your radar.
Yes, I'm excited about that. I'm definitely gonna add that to my list.
Woohoo! I just cracked my knuckles on. I'm not good at my job. I just cracked my knuckles like an idiot. So now let's go to. Look, we kind of tackled our currently watching because mine was Immaculate. Yours was Late Night with the Devil. You watching anything else?
Well, something I did want to plug just because it was. So it might be a little frustrating because unfortunately the show ended up getting canceled. So they just put on a show, a show on Netflix called Warrior, and it's not
Oh
necessarily
yeah.
horror. It's not horror per se, but apparently these were old writings by Bruce Lee, and his
What?
daughter Shannon Lee is actually a producer, executive producer for the show. It was eventually, I think, it was originally on Cinemax. I think the third season got picked up by HBO.
Cool.
And I refuse to call it Max, by the way. It's fucking HBO. So just I don't know. Little gripe I have. It's personal. It's fine.
Hey,
I'll move on.
look,
I'll
look who
move
you're
on.
talking to. I just went on for 45 minutes about Ghostbusters. Please.
But the marsh, it's basically it's supposed to be, it looks like it's supposed to be like 1890s San Diego, and this is when the Chinese were coming over and started integrating into that society, and it basically goes from there. It follows one guy who is looking for his sister, and it kind of starts from there. I won't give anything else away, but the fighting, oh my god, it's incredible. Like, I cringed so many times with bones breaking and just like slow motion shots of fists going into face, and
Oh, I'm for
it's just
sure gonna check that out.
so awesome. But like I said, the show did end up getting canceled, so when you get to the end, you're kind of like, fuck, what
Ah,
now? But if enough people watch it, enough, I think if enough people get into it, enough buzz will get on everyone's asses to continue the story
sweet.
and
All right.
get these actors back, and because they've all moved on to separate projects at this point. But if we spread the word, watch it, support it, promote it, and argue for it. I
Uh,
just I just panted my table and shook my camera. I'm sorry.
no, it's good. The passion. I love it. And if
The
it's
passion.
one thing that Simple Cuts is good at, it's sticking up for the underdog. Come
Yeah.
on, get out there,
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. So I
Okay.
would definitely love to see that show continue, and yeah, check it out. It was a really really awesome show.
Now
Very well filmed, very well
your
done, and a very
recommendation
good
is good enough.
story. Very
Sweet.
good story too.
I'm gonna check that out. I'm watching Three Body Problem right now. It's good. I'm
I
only on
can't.
episode 3. It's my mind is, but I got
Yeah.
to stick it
Well,
out, and we'll see.
I watched first episode. I was like, not for me.
Okay,
Immediately, I was like, not for me. I don't know.
totally fair enough. I couldn't tell you what the hell's going on, but
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
Okay.
So,
I wasn't
uh,
intrigued enough, but maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll give it another go. But no.
all right.
Not for me.
All right, let's go into news. So
Mm.
not a ton of news, but some interesting news. Okay, so we have um, Lee Winnell's Wolfman with Chris Abbott in the lead. This got pushed back from October of 24 to January of 25. I think that's fantastic. I want them to take all the time in the world they need because I'm hoping that they're doing some practical, and that's why it's going to take more time. But yeah, you know what? You need a couple more months. Fine, we'll have it in the summer of 25, but just take your time with it. Because werewolf movies are, they're my bag, but there's not a whole hell of a lot of great ones. And
Yeah.
Lee Winnell coming off of The Invisible Man with Elizabeth Moss, oh my gosh,
Fucking
that
awesome
is
movie. I love that movie.
fucking great. Okay, I'm going to upset a lot of sinners right now because sometimes time travel doesn't work out for the forces of good. Um, AMC in Levittown is showing Invisible Man on April 2nd, which is Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Well,
Long Islanders, if you want to go check out The Invisible Man on the big screen, if you missed the first go around, this means nothing to you because you're going to be hearing. Oh wait, no, you will be hearing this on Tuesday. Oh,
yeah,
so
like literally,
okay,
like if you stop what you're doing.
yeah, so don't make plans tonight. Yeah, yeah, finish listening to this and then go see the movie.
There you
But
go.
that property, that Wolfman property, Universal, monsters, just so beloved, and I think this is some really good hands. And then we have Maggie Gyllenhaal doing her interpretation of the Bride, which is I think latter half of 25. So it's exciting. I'm very excited to see what happens here. How about this one? Osgood Perkins made a version of Stephen King's short story, The Monkey, which is on the cover. The clack, 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 clack monkey is on the cover of Skeleton Crew. He shot a movie starring Theo James, Tatiana Maslany, and our all time mutual crush, Elijah Wood. What this?
Ah,
Oh, ready? Oz Perkins made a Stephen King adaptation of a banger of a short story with people
wow.
we love. Right? What the fuck is going on?
It's like the stars just aligned.
I knew nothing about this, and because I'm a raging narcissist, I'm going to say that no one knew anything about this. But I feel like that was very purposeful. They just announced that they wrapped shooting, and this will be released. This will be released this year, and I'm like, this is insane. So we have Mike Flanagan doing the Life of Chuck, and now we have Oz Perkins doing the Monkey. We have two short story adaptations coming out in 24.
Wow, that's
I'm hoping
crazy.
24, right? So this is all like I'm just going to sum up our shortcuts episode at the end because I want to get your opinion on something, and I think you're going to agree with me. But like, just listen to my words. So then we have then we have Baghead, which you and I had spoken about previously because I saw the trailer and I was like,
Mhm.
yikes, this is effective. That is being released on Shudder along with Late Night with the Devil in April.
Ooh,
So this month on Shudder, we're getting two. I mean, we know Late Night with the Devil is good, but Baghead, I'm like crossing the fingers. I would still like to see it on the big screen, and I'm encouraging all the sinners to please, please, please support these independent movies and see them on the big screen if you can. It's just worth it. But it will be on Shudder later on this month. I think somewhere in the 20s. And then the last one is Shudder is also releasing a movie called Mute Witness, which came out in
ooh,
'95, which I was lucky enough to see, and it's a tight little serial killer movie that you are going to love if you haven't seen
okay.
it.
I never even
So
heard of it.
I don't I think it's just one of those like little forgotten gems, but I love the fact that
Okay.
Shudder is bringing it back, and also Arrow is releasing it in a 4K version. So like it ties in together with the Blu-rays being released in 4K, and they're releasing it on Shudder just to get like the word out there that like, hey, in '95 this was a really good movie that nobody saw. um
Wow. Mute
so yeah,
witness.
so check it out. So now, okay. So now I kind of want to roll everything together into the big thing I wanted to talk about and get your opinion on, which is I think 24 is shaping up to be an incredibly good year in horror. And I'll
Mm-hmm.
tell you why. Because when I saw Immaculate, I saw the trailer for Longlegs, and it was like it it fucked the whole movie theater up. You know, when a trailer is so good that people are like, What are we seeing again? Because I want to see that. It was Longlegs is. I have a feeling it is going to be one of those movies. Cuckoo. Did you see the trailer for Cuckoo?
No, I saw a poster though.
The trailer is this is going this trailer is bonkers. The movie's going to be bonkers. I mean that in the highest regard. This is another one of those movies that's I think is going to be one of those movies, you know?
Ooh.
Yeah. Abigail, which seems like a lot of fun. Like we're changing the vibe now. Like Cuckoo and Longlegs seem to be just like they're just going to be on another plane of existence on how like the craftsmanship and all that good stuff that goes into it. I'm not putting the boots to Abigail, but it just seems like a good fun popcorn movie, you know?
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Like just like, let's get in there for an hour and a half. It's going to be bonkers. We're going to have some laughs, we're going to have some great gore, and we're just going to leave with smiles on our faces. So we've got that coming out. We have the first Omen coming out Friday on the
Yeah.
6th.
Mm-hmm.
This movie damn near got an NC-17.
Oh
So
wow.
they had to negotiate with the MPAA to get an R rating.
What
And
else is new?
yeah, no. But everything, all the early buzz I'm hearing about it is very positive. I cannot wait to see this movie because nobody was asking for a prequel to The Omen. So I
No.
kind of love it when people are already like, why are they even making this? And then they're like, why didn't they make this sooner? It's incredible. You
Yes.
know?
It flips.
Okay, then there's this Irish movie called All You Need Is the Devil. Sorry, All You Need Is Death. That is going to be more of a niche movie, and you're really going to have to hunt and peck and find this one. But again, this one's getting great. It got great festival word of mouth. So that one's coming out in 24. The this this one is kind of for me. Beetlejuice.
Oh,
I
come
just
on.
can't
I
wait
can't
for
wait.
Beetlejuice. You know, so that's coming out in September 6th. Holy shit. How about Alien Romulus? Did you
Oh my
see that?
god. Oh my god.
What? I can't even. We're definitely me and
Dude,
Matt
that
are
is a
definitely going to see that.
straight up horror movie. I cannot wait to see that movie. We may
That
need to do an episode talking about that movie.
maybe we
But
go see like a matinee and then do an episode right after,
whole like I got chills watching that trailer.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
So that one seems to Fede Alvarez is like, it was great, the first one. You know it was great because it was a horror movie. You know what I'm making? A fucking horror movie. Full circle. Ah!
We're here
Oh!
for it. Absolutely here for it. It looks
And then
incredible.
this last trailer I wanted to talk to you about was this movie called In a Violent Nature. Have you heard of this?
I did. I have.
It Okay, so just for the sinners who don't know, it's basically if Jason came back to life and you followed through his perspective. Instead of the camper's perspective, it's his perspective. So,
Yeah. What was that movie where it was all like the first person point of view? Like oh my god, and like the guys like jumping from here to I forgot what the name of the movie was.
Hardcore Henry.
Yes, it's kind of
Okay,
like a hardcore Henry in a sense, and you're following the killer the whole time.
now, what I like about this is not his POV as the camera's his eyes. The camera follows behind him a lot, so you see him
Hmm.
in the how do we do movies? You see him in the foreground and stuff happening in the background, and like kind of like vice versa of his victims, and he's in the background. But anyway, people are like, now I'm not going to go see it. It looks
No,
incredibly.
check out the trailer and you'll get intrigued.
Yes,
It's different.
it just I'm so intrigued by this. So anyway, that's just a schmattering. 'Cause I'm from Brighton Beach, Brooklyn. So this is just a little bit of the horror movies that we have coming out in 24. Those all look insanely good.
Mhm.
Insanely good. That's like a little slice.
Yeah.
I understand that the strike is gonna F us up a little bit. Possibly. It's either gonna F us up or 24 is going to be inundated with everyone dumping what they had in
Right.
24 to get it out. And then 25 is gonna be like, hello, hello, hello. But anyway,
We
we'll
shall see.
yeah, we'll figure that out when we get there. But I don't want to jinx it by saying it out loud, so I'm gonna touch wood, you know. Um, but boy, oh boy, we've already got two great movies in the can, and I understand it's April, you know, but still, the first 3 months, two good movies, the first 3 months for horror. This is exciting. It's really, really exciting.
It really is. Really is.
I can't wait. I can't
I
wait.
know.
Oh, please, please. I mean, look, I'm just gonna take them one at a time, and I'll take them as they come. But I start turning into that 13-year-old at the lunch table.
There you go.
Exciting.
It brings you back.
That's all I got.
All right. So I just have two events that I just want to plug really fast.
Hell yeah.
So for those of you who haven't heard our Halloween 3 episode, we had the lovely Robert Atone on, and just wanted to plug him a little bit. He told me that he's doing so the Bayshore Barnes and Nobles on April 27th. He's
Mhm.
going to be doing a talk with, I did not write her name. Oh my God, I am so sorry. Give me one
You know what? Listen
moment.
to our episode. It's on the episode. So listen
It
to our
is.
Robert Stone episode for Halloween 3.
Yes, it is on the episode. But I know she was I think she was in the Ukraine, like right when the war popped off. So she took pictures. Um, oh my God, I'm so sorry that I did not write this down. Bear with me. So sorry.
But Robert's going
But
to be hosting something with her, right? Where she discusses her experience.
yes, like yeah. So basically, it's a chat that they have. Why can't I find it? Here we go. So sorry. Give me one
While you're
second.
looking, I am just going to put
JT Blatty. I apologize.
Jason. Okay.
Yeah. So other war photographer JT Blatty. So she's yeah. So he's going to be doing a book talk with her on April 27th, Bayshore Barnes and Nobles. I'm sure we'll plug it a couple more times. I don't
Oh,
have the
for
time,
sure.
but I'll find it.
For sure. I'll just put this out to the sinners. I know that the subject matter is very intense, but timely, and interesting as hell. But I will say this: Robert is such a presence in person, as well as on a podcast, over a microphone. But he's got such presence, and he's so fun, and he makes, even though like I said, the subject matter is intense, and it
Mhm.
gets emotional. Robert will do it justice, and you will enjoy yourself because he also is, he's very funny and he's very warm. So seeing him live is just a treat. It's an absolute treat, and I think this is a great cause. I really do. So,
I do too.
and yeah, I plan on being there. So if you're going, I'll meet you there.
Okay. and
What's the
then
other?
uh and then the one more I got. So the following Saturday, I believe it is on May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Nice and easy to remember. So we're gonna go back to the Red Zone. So we're doing a roast. It's actually one of my high school friends who's got a great sense of humor. Love you, Mike. And it's going to be a fundraiser for a friend of mine. So it's a little bit of personal, but either way, but it'll be a fun roast. And again, it's a fundraiser for a friend of mine. He unfortunately passed away, so we want to help out his family a little bit. So I won't go too into details with it
Great cause.
to bring emotions into it, but it's definitely going to be super fun. And like I said, we have about a month, so we'll keep plugging it until you listen to me and go.
We'll promote the hell out of it. It's such a great cause, and I think you guys are fantastic. You're gems for doing it. So yeah, we'll promote the hell out of both of these.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right.
And that's all I got.
All right, that's all I got. And of course, because we haven't done this in so long, and I'm bad at it anyway, I forget who signs us off on shortcuts.
I think I do.
It's happy you.
All right, sinners, and that's a cut.
Bark, 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 Easter Bunny. So stupid.